Hello and welcome to English for You. My name is Nicole.
And I'm Laura.
Today we're going to be talking about the Lantern Festival. This is a festival that's celebrated a lot here in Taiwan.
Nice. Have you ever celebrated lantern festivals here in Taiwan?
Yeah, I've definitely been to a lot of the Lantern Festival events. They're so beautiful seeing the lanterns up in the night sky.
And sometimes you can see all those sky lanterns. Have you been to Pingxi? They have those as well.
Yes.
It's really pretty. You can see all those sky full of floating or glowing lanterns.
Yes, they're so beautiful. I love seeing the dark night sky full of all those glowing lanterns, like big stars just floating across. So beautiful.
So nice. And we're also going to talk about food. That's so important when we're celebrating some festivals here in Taiwan. So why don't we take a look now at today's article?
Reading.
Lantern Festival. Food, fireworks, and fun. The Lantern Festival occurs on the 15th day of the first lunar month. This is the first full moon of the new year. The festival represents the coming of spring. It goes back as far as the Han Dynasty. There's a Lantern Festival tale about the Jade Emperor. He planned to destroy a town with fire as punishment after someone there killed his goose. However, the Jade Emperor's daughter told the townspeople how to stop this. All they had to do was light lanterns. This fooled the emperor into thinking the town was already burning down. These days, we celebrate by gathering with family, eating sweet glutinous rice dumplings, and carrying lanterns. People try to solve the riddles on lanterns hanging from temples. You'll find Lantern Festival events across Taiwan. In Pingxi, people write their wishes on lanterns and let them float up to the sky. Taidong, Tainan, and Miaoli all have special events with firecrackers. These traditions are an opportunity to welcome the new year and invite wealth, peace, and joy into your life.
The article starts by saying, the Lantern Festival occurs on the 15th day of the first lunar month. Lunar describes something related to the moon. Here we're talking about the first lunar month.
OK， 所以一开始呢，我们今天的主题就是提到了元宵节 The Lantern Festival。那它是在什么时候呢？应该大家都不陌生吧，就是在农历的元月15这一天，对吧 ？OK，lunar 这个字呢，它是一个形容词，其实它就是有月亮的意思。可是每次我们提到农历怎么样，或是阴历什么什么，我们就会用到 lunar month。这样子一个说法，它是一个名词，就是阴历或是农历的某一个月哦。
The article says, this is the first full moon of the new year. The festival represents the coming of spring. To represent something means to be a sign or a symbol of something, like flags. Each flag represents its country. For example, the flag that represents Japan is white with a red circle on it.
That's right. OK， 那回到课文提到就是刚刚元月15，这也是新的一年的第一个满月哦。那这个节日呢，就是元宵节，是象征着春天的到来，春来了。我们来看一下刚刚有提到的 represent 这个动词，就是表示啦，或是象征的什么什么。所以通常我们看到某一个符号或是某一个图，它有什么意思，我们就会用 represent。For example, the red lines on the map represent railways.
Now, going back to the article, it goes back as far as the Han Dynasty. To go back to something can have some different meanings, like I can go back home after school. But in this article, it means when something started. So the festival goes back as far as the Han Dynasty. That means the festival started during the Han Dynasty. That's when it began. The Han Dynasty was a time in Chinese history around the years 200 BC to 220 AD.
Yes, and that's a long, long way back, okay? 所以呢，我们提到元宵节，其实这个传统已经很久，有多久呢？这追溯到很久很久前的历史，就是到了 Han Dynasty or Dynasty， 就是汉朝。Go back to something 就是有追溯到某个时期，而dynasty 单单用这个字，因为刚刚提到是汉朝 Han Dynasty， 那如果其中的 dynasty 我们就是有着王朝或是朝代这样的意思，它是个名词哦。
The article says there's a lantern festival tale about the Jade Emperor. Jade is a special stone, usually a light green color, and it's worn as jewelry, like a bracelet or like a ring, and it's to help protect people from evil. An emperor is a ruler of a place, like a king or a queen. For example, the emperor ruled over the land for a long time, and when he died, his son became the next emperor.
OK， 所以我们回到课文，再来听到哇，这个很久以前的汉朝到底有发生可能什么样的一个传说、一个故事哦？所以有一个是关于玉皇大帝的元宵节的故事哦。Emperor 这个字其实就有着皇帝的意思，它是一个名词。所以玉皇大帝，你们猜到了吗？我们就是用 Jade， 就是有玉的意思 ，Jade Emperor 这样子的英文来翻译哦。其实提到 emperor 这个字呢，我就会想到一个大家从小到大可能有听过的一个童话故事，就是国王的新衣。没错，它的英文的翻译就是 The Emperor's New Clothes。OK， 所以不是用 king， 是用 emperor。那我们提到就是 What is the moral of the story of the Emperor's New Clothes？ 国王的新衣有告诉我们什么样的启发？什么故事呢？ Without honesty, people often end up looking very foolish. So that's the moral of that story.
It's a very
Now
true
let's
moral.
go back to our story of the Jade Emperor about Lantern Festival, shall we?
Yes, let's get into the story. He planned to destroy a town with fire as punishment after someone there killed his goose. I know I'd be mad if someone killed my goose. But anyway, destroy means to totally break something. An example sentence could be, I dropped my phone on the hard ground and destroyed the screen.
Oh, no.
That's definitely happened to me a couple times before. Maybe it's punishment for all the times that I walk through the MRT just looking down at my phone.
Yes, you shouldn't have done that.
I know, but we get punished when we do something bad and get in trouble. And we can add meant onto the word punish and it becomes a noun. So we can say, I was punished because I didn't do my homework and my punishment was to do more homework.
Oh no, OK. 好的，我们先回到课文哦，就是在有人把玉皇大帝的鹅，你没有听错 ，goose 就是鹅，杀死了之后，这个玉皇大帝他可能就生气咯，他想要用火摧毁这个城镇哦，当做惩罚。其中我们就看到了 destroy 这个动词，就是有破坏啦、摧毁的意思。For example, the plane was completely destroyed when it hit a mountain. And we also saw the word punishment. 只要在字尾我们有看到 ment, meant, 跟这个动词连用形成的名词，就是表示该动作的名词咯。所以其实我们可以 punishment 把它拆解，因为它是由 punish 跟 meant 组合起来的。Punish 这个动词就是惩罚、处罚。而 punishment 则是它的名词，同样的意思就是惩罚、处罚哦。
The article continues. However, the Jade Emperor's daughter told the townspeople how to stop this. All they had to do was light lanterns. All somebody has to do or had to do is a phrase. It means the only thing you need to do or what you need to do. For example, I tried to do all my homework on Friday. So on the weekends, all I have to do is relax.
OK 我们来看一下课文刚刚提到就是然而呢玉皇大帝的女儿她有解套的方式哦她告诉人民要如何阻止这件事情的发生就是不想要这个城镇被整个火给摧毁哦她说你们只要点灯 All they had to do was light lanterns 这就是我们今天的 Language in Focus All that somebody 然后后面接 need 或是 or have to do 然后 is something else 就是某人需要或必须要做的事情只有什么什么其中形容词子句也就是 that是可以省略的再接上主词接上 need 或者是 have to do 是用来修饰主词 all那 be 动词后面通常会省略 to 直接接原形动词作为补语我们来举个例子会比较清楚 For example, all you need to do is press this button and your photo will be uploaded. Super easy, OK. 那另外呢，我们来看一下All that 其实呢也是意思是近于复合关系代名词 what OK 所以 what somebody need or have to do is to blah 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 这个意思就是某人需要或是必须要做的事情是什么什么举例来说 What you need to do is call the IT department They will help you with your computer problems. 就是指呢，你需要做的事呢，就只要打给 IT 部门，他们就会协助你电脑的问题哦。Well, that's enough about some grammar. Let's now go back to our article and find out what happens.
The article says, This fooled the emperor into thinking the town was already burning down. If something's on fire, it's burning. And usually if it's something big like a building or like in the article, a whole town, then we can say it's burning down. It's being totally wrecked by the fire and turning to ash.
Right. So, yeah, lighting lanterns. 所以只要点灯笼，这样就可以骗过玉皇大帝，让他误以为说，哇，这个城镇可能已经被火烧毁了哦。这里的 burn down 就是指着烧毁的意思。Well, that was kind of like an easy trick to fool the emperor.
Maybe he didn't have his glasses on. He couldn't see properly.
That's right. Okay.
A bunch of lanterns. That could be fire.
So that was kind of a bit of a history behind the Lantern Festival, how it actually, came about. So how do we celebrate Lantern Festival nowadays?
Well, let's go back to our article. It says, These days, we celebrate by gathering with family, eating sweet glutinous rice dumplings, and carrying lanterns. These days, that's another way to say in modern times, today, or nowadays.
That's right. Okay. 所以刚刚提到的是一点比较悠久以前的历史，就是元宵节的一个传说。但是呢，现今我们会用 these days 来表示 nowadays, in modern times 就是现在啊。我们呢如何庆祝元宵节呢？我们会跟家人聚在一起啊，吃汤圆啦，或是来提灯笼来庆祝元宵节。Yes, I love eating 汤圆。
Yes, the glutinous rice dumplings. So glutinous rice is rice that is sticky and stuck together. It's not the little individual grains that you can pick apart. It's one big clump of yummy glutinous rice.
Yummy. Okay. Do you like those?
Yeah, I love them.
I love them. Okay, so glutinous, okay, 就是其实它就是粘稠的哦。那通常我们还可以用糯米，就是 sticky rice 来形容这种汤圆啊、元宵他们的做法。所以其实 sweet glutinous rice dumplings 就是指汤圆或是元宵的英文的翻译咯。And what else do we do on Lantern Festival?
Well, going back to our article, it says, People try to solve the riddles on lanterns hanging from temples. Riddles. A riddle is a special question, and you have to figure out the right answer. Do you know any riddles?
I can think of some, but I love answering. Like, can you ask me one, the ones that you could think of?
Okay.
Some
I have one.
Okay.
Okay, ready? What goes all around the world but stays in the corner?
什么东西会环游世界，但是只在角落或是角角出现？This is playing with words, okay? So maybe I've heard of this one. I think it's a stamp.
Oh, you got it. Yes, a stamp.
邮票，对不对？它可以就是有世界各国的这个图案，可是它只能贴在角落 corner. Can you ask me one more?
Okay, ready? What gets bigger the more you take away from it?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. What is it?
Well, think. It's something that you take away and it gets bigger. It's a hole.
Oh, wow. That's a really difficult one for me. Okay. But now I know this is something I can ask my students. Okay, 所以回到课文，为什么我们刚刚在玩 riddles？ 因为 riddle 就是谜啊、谜语。那大家应该知道，在元宵节，人们会猜像是挂在庙啊的灯笼，然后就是上面有灯谜，猜灯谜哦。I actually had to Google one up because I want to ask you this one.
Okay, let's
what
go.
has to be broken before you can use it?
Broken before I can use
Yeah.
it? Oh, I know. An egg.
That's right. 因为蛋你一定要打破它才可以吃啊，或者是用来料理啊、煮饭，是不是这些 riddle 这些谜很好玩呢？ You guys can Google some riddles and then maybe ask your friends. But now let's go back to the article and read more about Lantern Festival.
Okay, the article says, you'll find lantern festival events across Taiwan. In Pinji, people write their wishes on lanterns and let them float up to the sky. Floating means traveling in the air, a little bit like flying, but instead of wings, the air is pushing you up. An example would be, the little girl let go of her balloon and watched it float away.
Oh, no. Okay. 所以课文提到就是你们会在台湾各个地方找到元宵活动，像是其实我一开始就有先提到这个平息天灯，对不对？人们会把他们的希望、愿望写在天灯上，然后让他们飘在空中。Float 我们可以指在水面上漂浮，这样子意思，通常是指在水上啦。但是呢，刚刚提到的平息天灯是在空中漂浮。OK， 所以 float 就是有漂浮、飘动的意思，它是一个动词哦。
Okay, now let's float back to our article. Taitung, Tainan, and Miaoli all have special events with firecrackers. Firecrackers are those things you light on fire. They go pop, 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 pop. You hear them a lot around Chinese New Year. They're different from fireworks. Fireworks have all the colors and lights, but firecrackers just have the loud noise.
OK， 所以呢，课文提到在台东啦、台南还有苗栗都有特殊的鞭炮的活动。我想到就是台南的盐水风炮哦，因为其中的 firecracker 就有爆竹、鞭炮的意思。
The article says, these traditions are an opportunity to welcome the new year and invite wealth, peace, and joy into your life. Opportunity is having the chance to do something. For example, I live in Taiwan, so I have many opportunities to practice speaking Chinese. The lanterns are used to invite wealth. Wealth means money, buying lots of things. I would love more opportunities for some wealth. But here's an example. The businessman worked hard and built up a lot of wealth.OK，
我们回到课文最后提到这些传统都是迎接新年，然后让这个财富啦、平安喜乐来到你的生活的一些机会哦。 opportunity 就是机会咯。For example, it would be a great opportunity if I could go traveling in Egypt one day.And of course, we also saw the word wealth. Wealth 就是财富啊，或者是钱财 ka-ching 它是一个名词哦。像是呢，在新年的时候，我们就是要祝福人家恭喜发财。如果你要翻成英文，你可以说 wishing you good wealth and prosperity. 这个也是一个非常好的就是祝贺词哦。Well, that comes to the end of today's article. But now,Don't go away, we have our For You Chat question. For You Chat.So here's our For You Chat question. Nicole, have you been to any famous Lantern Festival events? If so, what was special about it? If not, which one would you choose to go to? Why?
Yes, I've actually been to the Lantern Festival events in Taipei where they display the handmade lanterns. So they make the lanterns look like dragons or different animals, or they paint beautiful pictures on the lanterns. It's amazing to walk through the display at night when it's all lit up. What about you?
Yeah, actually, I've been to those ones too in Taipei, and usually they will make like a theme, like the year of, say if it's the year of the dragon, you will see a huge dragon like display of that animal. But, you know, I really want to go to the one in Tainan. I heard it's like super dangerous though, because you could get kind of like attacked by the firecrackers, but then people get all dressed up and stuff like that. But due to COVID, I think they banned that like for the past 2 or 3 days because you don't want people gathering around. It's usually a crowd of people. Yeah, so I would want to go to that one in Tainan and just take a look. I don't want to be in it because it can get dangerous, as I said. But yeah, that's it for today. You guys can chat about this question. Have you been to any famous lantern festivals, or which ones do you want to go to? But now we're out of time. But I had so much fun teaching with you, Nicole. So until next time. Yeah, until next time, I'm Laura.
And I'm Nicole.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Represent. This rose represents my love for you. Please accept it as a gift from me. Emperor. The prince became an emperor and ruled the country after his father died. Destroy. The family lost everything they owned when their house was destroyed by a fire. Float. Fog floated across the road and made it difficult for drivers to see. Opportunity. When Alice saw that her school was opening a new art class, she took the opportunity to join it. Wealth. The couple's wealth gives a comfortable and rich life to their children and grandchildren.
智慧小补帖
Lunar. Han Dynasty. Glutinous. Riddle. Firecracker.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net